What's good, everybody? It is your boy Chris Crowley with Desire for Iron Fitness. We're gonna dive right into the topic here. You're a man over 40, maybe over 50. I myself, I'm 51. And the holidays are just about over. You decided that 2026 is gonna be the year that you make the changes to get in the best shape of your life, reclaim your health, live with not just quantity of days left, but quality of days, okay? I commend you 100%. I'm glad you've decided to take this step towards your goals, all right? Maybe start before January 1st, but it's okay if you don't. If you decide I'm gonna take these days off, it's not the end of the world, all right? Just know that once you start, don't stop. Don't stop. Be the best version of yourself, okay? Now, here's the thing. I want you guys to know a couple of things. One, the road that you're about to go on is not gonna be easy. Period. And the only reason why I'm telling you that is I don't want you to fall prey to some of these like shysters or snake oil salesmen out there that are going to tell you, hey, if you do this program for 12 weeks, you're going to get in the best shape of your life and you're not going to have to make any sort of crazy lifestyle changes. You can eat whatever you want, all that other crap, but just do this workout like 10 minutes, 4 days a week. Not going to happen. You will see results no matter what it is you're doing, especially if you haven't been doing anything for a while. But if you actually want it to be effective, recognize it's going to take some hard work and consistency. Consistency being the key, okay? Yeah, I know you hear that all the time, but it's true. Consistency is the key. You have to show up all the time. Now, here's where I tell you the priorities are going to be. This is coming from experience of being really overweight and getting myself in good shape. And yes, falling off the wagon, getting out of shape and having to start all over again. All right, been there, done that far too many times. Now, here's the thing. Resistance training, diet, cardio, in that order. Now, the diet and the weight training, I believe, are in a tie with each other. And maybe I can almost say that the dieting is a little bit more important, but it's not as fun as the weight training. So let's break it all down. Why is weight training first, Chris? If in my day, I've only got time to do one thing physically for making myself better, I'm gonna go with weight training over cardio. If that's like what's programmed in my day. I'll break that down a little bit more in a second. In fact, let's just do that now. Not every day is a weight training day, all right? If for those of you over 40, 50s, whatever, I would advise you to not work out every day of the week because you have to worry about recovery. You don't have the kind of testosterone running through your veins that you did when you were in your teens and your 20s. And I highly advise to not inject more testosterone in your body to make that the case. It's not worth it. The risk to benefit ratio is not worth it. We can talk about TRT some other day, but this ain't that topic, okay? Now, again, let's go back to what I was saying. If I can only do weight training or cardio that day, and I had to choose, I'm gonna take weight training over cardio. Because at the end of the day, adding or maintaining the lean muscle mass on your body, adding it is even better. But that helps with basically keeping your total daily energy expenditure, the calories you burn, keeps it higher because muscle requires more calories to like exist, is what that basically means, okay? The kind of weight training you do is even more important in my opinion. Do not go to the gym with the whole idea of, I just want to get toned. Stay home, all right? That's just code for, I don't actually want to put in the work. I don't actually want to be a man. Stay home, okay? I'm obviously not telling you to try to hit PRs every single day because that's just going to leave you with injuries. But I am telling you, work hard every single workout that you're there, all right? Push yourself. Push yourself. In the beginning, I don't want you to push yourself to failure, but after about 3 months, I do want you to take at least one set of each exercise to momentary failure, to where you cannot get another good quality repetition in with good form, all right? And I don't want you to do cheating. If you can't get one good rep in with good form anymore, stop, put the weight down, move on to the next exercise. These workouts do not have to be long in duration. In fact, I would tell you anything past 45 minutes is a waste of time, all right? You've only got so many hours in the day. You got other things that you have to do. And if you're having the high intensity training that you should be doing, you don't have the energy to stay there long anyway. That's for your weight training. Personally, I believe training like a bodybuilder is great, period. Yes, I do enjoy some kettlebell circuit training once in a while and all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, trying to pack on good quality muscle in all the places that I can is great. One, there's nothing wrong with trying to look better with your clothes on or off, all right? Which is what you're trying to do anyway. And two, doing the kind of exercises that you would do for bodybuilding hits all the muscle groups you need anyway. You start out with your compound lifts, your benching. We'll talk more about that later because I would advise incline over flat bench for most parts, okay? Your squats, your deadlifts, all that stuff. Again, we can talk later about the kind of exercises you might want to do depending upon where you're at in life, because maybe you don't want to do certain exercises due to injuries. But again, the big movements first, and then of course your accessory work, like your arms, okay, shoulders. I don't even necessarily call that accessory work for shoulders, but you get my idea. All right, you hit those workouts, you get done with it. Now let's talk about diet. At the end of the day, regardless of what kind of diet you're going to do, you will not lose weight if you do not put yourself in a caloric a caloric deficit. Has to be a caloric deficit. And all the exercising in the world will not outwork a calorie surplus. I've tried. Hell, I even found a way to put on weight when I was training for a marathon. How do you do that? You're sitting here putting in like, hundreds of miles in a month, and you still find a way to put on weight because I was eating like a freaking pig thinking, well, I'm running, it's all good. No. All right, anyway, you got to be in a caloric deficit. I'd also tell you that not all calories are created equal, because while the caloric deficit is important, the kind of calories you put in is just as important. Yes, I know you could lose weight being in a caloric deficit of nothing but Twinkies, but the food that you're putting into your body is not going to help you towards your goals of having a better looking physique if you're not prioritizing the macronutrients. Protein being the most important, period. All right, now let's talk about the other two, carbohydrates and fat. I'm going to give you the advice I got from my coach, Rob Goodwin. If you are metabolically damaged and you're extremely overweight right now, or you've been eating like garbage for a very long time, you've got to put yourself in a reset. And I would tell you to limit your carbohydrate intake during this phase of your fitness journey. All right? This phase might be a year or two, but this part of your journey, I would limit your carbohydrate intake, all right, at first, because I want you to use the fat from your body as an energy source, because carbohydrates and fat serve as energy sources, okay? Carbohydrates are a much easier source of energy. Fat is a much harder source of energy for your body to use. Your body's going to use the path of least resistance, because that's what everything is designed to do, basically. And that's why you would use carbs for the energy, and then your fat would just stay in your body. But if you do this in the beginning, for those of you that really need to lose a lot of fat, use leaner cuts of meat like chicken, lean sirloin, lean fish, turkey, things like that, egg whites, whatever, because you're gonna have some fat in that food, but not a lot, and your body is still gonna have to look for that energy. It's gonna use the fat off of your body, like your ass, your belly, double chin, all that stuff, to fuel the workouts, fuel your day. So I would advise that at first. As you get thinner, yes, you can start incorporating good sources of carbohydrates to fuel your body. All right, and then trust me, at a certain point, you're gonna need some carbohydrates because your workout's gonna be that intense. So I guess that's it in a nutshell. Exercise consistently. I'm also going to tell you the one thing that I know you might not want to hear. I didn't like hearing it. You're going to have to limit, if not completely, take out alcohol from your life. I hate that idea, trust me. I almost wonder if I have somewhat of a dependency, because I like having my whiskey at night. I like having, you know, what starts out as just maybe a double on the rocks turns into a quadruple or a six-duple, eight-duple, whatever the hell those words are, because I enjoy it. But I know I had to take it out of my life almost completely because it doesn't serve the goals. One, it's freaking poison. Let's just be honest. It's not good for you. Two, your liver has to work towards detoxifying yourself that it can't work towards doing the other things it needs to do to help you get healthy. So you kind of taken out one of your main organs to help you with your fitness goals, to take care of stuff you shouldn't have been doing anyway. You're not in your 20s anymore, bro. It just doesn't work that way. So I'm sorry to say it, but you got to limit that. So that's all of it in a nutshell. I know I kind of scatterbrain talked a little bit here, but follow along, subscribe, like this video, comment below, whatever. Negative comments, positive comments, I don't care. I'll take all the feedback I can get to make this channel better. And let's go. I got you. Just follow along. I've been there, I've done that. I got the t-shirt. All right, let's chat. I'm not trying to sell anything right now. I'll build up that business as things go along. But right now, I just want to kind of help you along the journey. Follow me along my journey. We'll go from there. I love you. Have a great day.